Howdy, folks. Live from Big Top, Chautauqua. Welcome to another episode of Tent Show Radio. I can't believe another year's gone around. Is that a big top I see there high above the ground? Ballyhoo. Ah, ballyhoo. Support for Tent Show Radio is provided by Travel Wisconsin, reminding you to have some fun. Visit travelwisconsin.com and plan your trip today. And by Norski Nook, specializing in Norwegian and American cuisine with heirloom recipes and pies made from scratch, with each crust rolled by hand. NorskiNook.com. And now here's your host of Tent Show Radio, best-selling author, singer, songwriter, and intermittent pig farmer, Michael Perry.
Thank you, Phil, and howdy, Tent Show folks. Oh, it's great to be way up north here under the beautiful blue and pearl gray canvas, this fine, stout tent at the foot of Mount Ashwa Bay, overlooking the ancient waters surrounding the Apostle Islands and just one sailful of breeze away from Shawamigan Bay. The performance you're about to hear is one in a long, long tradition of singing, dancing, and storytelling performed live and in person beneath this beautiful tent. We keep our pitch from June until the autumn moons, and we'd be most grateful if you choose to join us. You'll find a complete schedule at bigtop.org. We hope you join us, and if you do, when the first note rises from the stage, we think you'll understand why patrons and performers alike love to say, Big Top Chautauqua. It's the Carnegie Hall of tent shows. Tonight on Tent Show Radio, bringing three voices together as one, the Wailin Jennys are back. And later on, during intermission, I'll tell a little story about why I am not a lumberjack. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's guests are returning after a time of some absence, and we couldn't be happier to have them under canvas again. Born from what was supposed to be a one-time only picking and singing session in a small Canadian guitar shop, the Wailin Jennys are now an internationally recognized trio known for haunting harmonies, powerful live performances, and a bluegrass-based folk-pop polished sound that ever and always draws on a sweet braid created by three woven voices. Ladies and gentlemen of the Lake Superior Chautauqua Big Top, please welcome our international neighbors from the north, the Wailin Jennys.
I hear a bird chirping up in the sky. I like to be free like that, spreading my wings so high. I see the river flowing, water running by. I like to be that river, see what I might find. I feel the wind are blowing, slowly changing time. I like to be that wind that swirl and shape the sky. I smell the flowers blooming in full spring. I like to be those flowers open to everything. Seasons change, the leaves, the snow and sun. I like to be those seasons made up and undone. I taste the living earth, the seeds that grow within. I like to be that earth, the home where life begins. I see the moon rising, reaching into night. slowly changing tide. I like to be that wind that swirls, shape the sky, shape the sky. I smell the flowers blowing, open for spring. I like to be those flowers open to everything, open to everything. I like to be those flowers open to everything.
Thank you very much. That was a Heather Masse tune called Bird Song.
You guys are really nice. I was walking in town today and just random people were just like, oh, hello. I was like, where am I? I jumped in Lake Superior. After a big, long plane ride, that was exactly what I needed. It was amazing. You guys are so lucky.
So, how many of you are actually from Bayfield? Wow. Yeah, exactly. You have 8 people representing Bayfield. How many of you are, well, I guess the rest of you, are you from Wisconsin and just from other places? All right. Wisconsinites, is that right? Not Wisconsiners? Okay. Wisconsinite. Did somebody say cheese or us? Cheeseheads. That's awesome. We like our cheese, so we've come to the right place. And you know, you guys,
we like
Midwesterners.
Minnesota too.
What's that?
There's some Minnesotans out there. You missed the cry for Minnesota, and I wanted to.
Oh yeah, of course. There's got to be, yeah, Minnesota represents here. Well then, all you guys, I mean, we I was going to say we feel your pain. I don't know why I was about to say that. And you'll see why it's okay that I just said that. It's because other than Heather, the 3 of us are from the plains in Canada, and you know, we know our cows. I happen to think that Wisconsin actually has some more delicious beauty in the dells. I made a trip through the dells and was just blown away. So anyway, we feel very comfortable amongst you, and we feel at home. So thank you for having us. And one other question, though. How many of you have actually seen us before? Wow! Amazing. So we can't say the same jokes again, hey? Did I just say A? That's awesome. Because I really don't feel like I say it, but I clearly do. Our merch person Jody is from actually Alaska, and she always says that she laughs to herself whenever I say bean. I've been somewhere, you know. This has been the greatest night ever, you know. This is a song about death.
Where do you go, little bird, when it snows? When it snows, when the world turns to sleep, do you know? Do you know? Is it something in the wind? is a chill in your heart, life in your wings? Does it whisper, start again? Start again. Where is the sun in the night? Is it cool? Is it cold? Does it feel left behind? All alone, all alone. Does it wander through the dark? Does it wait for the dawn? Wish on a star? Does it stray very far? Very far. Where is your home, restless wind? Is it there? Is it here? Do you search for a place to belong? Search in vain, search in fear. Is your spirit everywhere? Is your voice every tree? Soul in the air. There's no hole, is there no death? Is there no death? Is there no
Thank you very much.
Weary blues from waiting, and Lord, I've been waiting so long. These blues have got me crying. Oh, sweet mama, won't you please come home? Through tears I watch young lovers as they go strolling by. All the things that might have been, God forgive me if I try, if I cry. Weary blue come home. Well, the snow falls down my window, but it can chill my heart. God knows that it died the day you left. My dream world fell apart. Will weary blues from waiting, Lord, I've been waiting so long. These blues have got me crying. Oh, sweet mama, won't you please come home? Oh, sweet mama, won't you please come home?
Thank you so much. Well, 7 years has been a long time since we've been here. It's true. A lot has happened in that time. Actually, the band, we just celebrated our 13th anniversary. We're actually now 13 and a half years old now, and yeah, a lot has happened in that time. We've toured all over the place. We've taken a couple breaks here and there. We took our first hiatus from the road because I wanted to have a baby. Yes. Yay, procreation. So I had two at once. We didn't plan it. It just, both of them came along. It's like, okay, all right. The more the merrier. And little did I know. Yes, 2 boys. Yeah, yes, you understand. They are now 6. We can't believe that we've all made it out of there alive, out of those first few years. They're crazy, yeah, because we decided, as if it weren't hard enough to have twins as babies and infants, that we would go on the road with them, and that was a slightly unwise choice. But we all came out of it mostly happy and alive, and so that was all good. But they are now that they can talk, they have a lot of opinions, and one of their very strong opinions is that my husband and I should not sing or dance at all in the house. Well, frankly, anywhere, but really, it's we're often housebound, so it's yeah. So there's just a clampdown, like zero tolerance. And I made the mistake one day of singing to myself while I was doing the dishes, and my son Beck said, "Mommy, please stop." And I said, "Really? You don't like it?" And he said, "No, it's bad." So going out on the road is a freedom in so many ways you can't even imagine. Anyway, this is a song that they used to love before they could talk. This is an Emmylou Harris song, a song that she wrote with David Olney and Daniel Lanois, and it's called Deeper Well. The sun burned hard, it burned my eyes. It burned so hard I thought I'd died. Thought I'd died and gone to hell. Look
looking for the water from a deeper well. I went to the river, but the river was dry. I fell on my knees and looked to the sky. Looked to the sky and the spring rain fell. Saw water from a deeper well. Well, look for the water from a deeper well. Well, look for the water from a deeper well. I was ready for the love, I was ready for the money, ready for the blood, I'm ready for the honey, ready for the wind and ready for the bell, looking for the water from a deeper well. Found some love and I found some money, found that blood would drip from the honey. I had a thirst that I could not quell, looking for the water from a deeper well. Well, look for the water from a deeper well. Well, look for the water from a deeper well. Well, I did it for kicks and I did it for faith. Did it for lust and I did it for hate. Did it for need and I did it for love. Addiction stayed on tight like a glove. So I ran with the moon and I ran with the night, and the three of us were a terrible sight. People to the bottle, to the gun, to the cell, to the bottom of a hole of a deeper well. Yeah, look for the water from a deeper well. From a deeper well. So I rocked with the cradle and I rolled with the rage. Shook those walls and I ran with a cage. Took more trouble than I did in trail, reaching out a hand for a holy grave. Hey there, mama, did you care that low? Did you tell your baby about the wind and the road, about the rebel yell of the one that fell, looking for the water from a deeper well? When I hear that trumpet sound, I will lay my burdens down. I will lay them deep into the ground. Then I know that I am glory bound. but I won't be looking for too long. I'll be crossing over the great divide. In a better home soon I will reside. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. That's beautiful. When I'm in my resting place, I'll look on my mother's face. Living more will I have to know all the loneliness that plagues me so. So I'm waiting for that train to come, and I know where she's coming from. Listen, can you hear her on the track? When I'm bored, I won't be looking back. Here we go, let's hear ya. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. One more time. Hallelujah,
You are listening to Tent Show Radio.
Welcome back to Tent Show Radio, folks, from the backstage dressing room with the one lonely little light bulb burning. Back home on the farm, I frequently invoke the logging profession as a means of calibrating my own self-perception, particularly when I am tempted to portray myself a bit of a rough-and-tumble fella from the back 40, when in truth the closest I come to processing forest products, firewood accepted, is that moment when I break out a fresh ream of paper for my laser printer. That said, I was raised in a logging family. I can distinguish between a cant hook and a peavey. I know bar oil is not intended for use in cocktails, and given twice as much time as my brother, I can sharpen a saw chain half as well. The key is to trim those rakers. Just enough, not too much. I know a forwarder from a skidder from a feller buncher. My great-grandfather was a river rat, and I understand that the term widowmaker, used to describe a tree that is hung up or positioned in such a way that it poses an extreme threat to the person felling it, is not strictly euphemistic. My cousin lost her first husband in a logging accident. I was there the day a white pine log rolled over and snapped my uncle's arm. My logger brother's profession landed him in intensive care twice, once with a split skull. And as a rural first responder, I can recall all too vividly the fatal logging accidents I've worked and how it felt, especially in the case when I was the first on scene, to approach the fallen tree, knowing all too well what I was about to see. It was against this background that I raised the chainsaw recently and, noticing the eye-level limb I was about to trim was bent beneath the weight of another fallen limb, paused. While I'm no lumberjack, based on my background and my brother's skull, I could predict that once the limb was severed, the butt end would whip around in the manner of a swung baseball bat. Eyeballing the distance from the limb to my, eyeball, I backed off and began my cut from a position and angle well clear of the potential radius of the swing. As the saw teeth bit into the wood, I felt an amateur's unearned pride in having known enough to make this preemptive professional move. Having never been kicked in the face by an actual mule, I can't say what I felt next would in any way compare. The example is perhaps a tad dramatic and may undersell the mule. In fact, the swiftness of it really didn't allow for a lot of comparative analysis. Rather than following the radial path of a swung bat, the branch sprang straight, driving the sawn end directly into my cheekbone in the manner of a pool cue smacking a cue ball. I managed to safely shut down the saw, then lurched about, clutching my visage while uttering untoward phrases we shall politely blame on concussion effects. The next morning, when my cheekbone had scabbed over and the area below my left eye had begun its transition through the grimmer shades of the rainbow, I studied the results in the mirror and thanked my lucky spinning stars for the safety glasses I had donned just before starting the saw. In the days that followed, I found myself having to explain my redecorated face to friends and strangers alike. For humor's sake, I invoked everything from human billiards to 3 seconds in the ring with Ronda Rousey. I also heard a lot of grim stories reinforcing my dumb luck. In general, it has been resolved. As a logger, I make a pretty good typist, and should focus mostly on handling only those trees available in the form of office supplies. And now, wielding their own sort of axes, please welcome back the Wailin Jennys.
See the start. There's only one way to mend a broken heart. Take me to the place where I don't feel so small. Take me where I don't need to stand so tall. Take me to the edge so I can fall apart. There's only one way to mend a broken heart. Richie. Take me where love is not for sale. Take me where our hearts are not so frail. Take me where the fire still owns its spark. There's only one way to mend a broken heart. Teach me how to see when I close my eyes. Teach me to forgive and to apologize. Show me how to love in the darkest dark. There's only one way to mend a broken heart.
one goes out to anyone who's ever spent any time worrying. All of you, exactly. Oftentimes I'll say that and people, like 10 people will clap. You know, it's like, really? I don't think so, people. Some of us are worse than others. I happen to be the chronic variety. So I wrote this as a reminder to chill out, basically, and so it was a song I wrote to myself at first, and but it, you know, people seem to see a bit of their own cycling going on, you know, in their own heads, and this guy came up to us after a show, and he said that a wise friend had told him that worrying is like praying for the things you don't want. Right? All right, so let's all be in a nice, peaceful, non-worrying place for, 4 minutes, and then you can go back to the ruminating about, disasters that will come. No, it's not that bad. Except when it is. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Okay, this is called Begin.
Maybe the time just wasn't right to hang on. When are you gonna learn? Things sometimes turn instead of turn out. Hey, when are you gonna stand and stop looking over your shoulder? Me with a head full of words and not one useful expression. Let go. We, with holes in our hearts, were whole at the start. Our story began. We film ourselves to the end, try to suspend our lives in the dark. Hey, when are you gonna stand and stop looking over your shoulder? See, there's a sun in the sky and a moon that will take us till morning. When are you gonna stand to stop it
Thank you very much.
That's Nicky Mehta. I see your face across the sea. You're in the waves surrounding me. I hear your voice call on the breeze on the ship out on the ocean. Sailing across the sea on a big ship on the ocean. The moon is rising in the east. The stars hang down around her. The bows arrow to the hearts of the ones we wish to come home to. But the newly lit night directs this flight, singing the ocean road will guide you. I see your face across the sea. You're in the waves surrounding me. I hear your voice call on the breeze on the ship out on the ocean. When I wake, I'll cast my anchor down and dive below. I'll dive into my lover's arms. We'll warm the ocean's cold. Across the sea and to our homes, we'll meet again so soon. Across the sea, on the ship out on the ocean. I see your face across the sea. You're in the waves surrounding me. I hear your voice call on the breeze on the ship out on the ocean. I see your face across the sea. You're in the waves surrounding me. I hear your voice call on the breeze on the ship out on the ocean. On the ship out on the ocean. On the ship out on the ocean. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong on a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Sail away, go find a lover. Go away, somewhere bright and new. But I've seen no other that compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. go find a lover. Run away, let your heart be a guide. You deserve the deepest of cover. You belong and hold by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from troubles and worry. You belong somewhere you feel. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel
So, we mentioned that we were from the prairies. Heather is our sole American from Maine, which sort of makes her Canadian. But yeah, we come from the prairies, and it's so incredibly flat that if your dog runs away, you can see him run away for 3 days. And we have mosquitoes the size of small birds. And this song is actually about Thunder Bay, Ontario. Wow, you know, yes? You guys aren't that far away. And Thunder Bay is a beautiful place. It's up the road? Really? Wow, my geography is terrible. Okay, so you know it then. Yeah, beautiful. Lots of trees and rocks. Nice people. Unfortunately, when we were staying there, we were staying at the university. And we were put up in the dorms, which were kind of like individual cell blocks, you know. And I woke up one night, and there were crows eating garbage in the parking lot, and it inspired this song. And we want you to sing along. What's she gonna ask us to sing? Well, the words are, "Oh, sweet peace, never have you fallen upon this town." Got it? It's more positive than it sounds. This is called Avila.
Sweet peace, never have you fallen, never have you fallen upon this town. Oh, sweet peace, never have you fallen, never have you fallen upon this town. Well, the black crows are loaded with the call of things discarded, the ribbon shards of battle, and everything burned. Have they forgotten that we live here? Do they think that we gave up, lay down and grew over weeds at every turn? Oh, sweet peace, never have you fallen, never have you fallen upon this town. place is full of sunlight, or at least until the darkness is quiet for a while. Oh, and we will not wait for the murder to come calling. The night will simply fall and the morning will rise. Oh, sweet peace, never have you fallen, never have you fallen upon this town. Oh, sweet peace, never have you fallen, never have you fallen upon this.
Your turn. When will you be calling?
Oh, sweet peace, when will you be calling? When will you be calling upon this town?
Thank you very much for singing. It was beautiful.
The Wailin Jennys, everyone. So good to have you back again.
From the top of Wisconsin, Tent Show Radio is a production of the nonprofit Lake Superior Big Top Chautauqua, the summer home of Tent Show Radio. Support for Tent Show Radio is provided by Travel Wisconsin, reminding you to have some fun. Visit travelwisconsin.com and plan your trip today. And we're brought to you by the Bayfield Chamber and Visitor Bureau, Bayfield, Wisconsin, offering sailing and kayaking among 22 pristine islands, gourmet restaurants, art galleries, and historic lodging. Information online at bayfield.org. And by the Bayfield Inn, centrally located downtown Bayfield, with a variety of suite, condominium, and home rentals offering views of Lake Superior and the Apostle Islands. TheBayfieldInn.com. Tent Show Radio is produced by Tom Fabjans, Michael Perry, Jamie Hansen, and yours truly, Philip Anich.
Well, folks, that's our show for tonight. Whether you join us in the tent or join us in the air, whether you beam us or stream us, we're as grateful as a guy who wore his safety glasses. Remember, the Big Top is open all summer long and into autumn and has been for going on 3 decades now. We'd love it if you came up and or over for a show. And if you're traveling by World Wide Web, I'd be grateful if you dropped by to visit me, your grateful Tent Show radio host at sneezingcow.com. Yep, just the way it sounds. I'm going to head on back home now and not be a logger. Drive careful. If you can't drive careful, watch out for the other guy. We'll see you next time, and remember, where I come from and here at Tent Show Radio, nobody ever says goodbye. They just say, well, I suppose.
And remember, most Tent Show Radio programs are available as podcasts at tentshowradio.org.